What happened on the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour Stage 3? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. If you're a new person, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. Stage 3 of the Bass Pro Tour happened this past weekend on Lake Murray, and it was another fantastic tournament for the BPT. The schedule has worked out really well, but also the way that they're doing 2 periods without forward-facing sonar and 1 with has really allowed the cream to rise. We've seen anglers that are not forward-facing sonar are having great years. We're also seeing the normal guys just do well. And the BPT creates a lot of storylines that are interactive and allow you or want you to stick with what they are doing. It's not just who makes the cut or who gets paid. It's who's just on the verge of possibly not making the cut, or who's on the top and who's getting a free pass to the next round. There's storylines every week that happen with some new anglers and some old respectable anglers. But Lake Murray was another home run for the BPT. And the amazing Drew Gill held off Jacob Wheeler. Drew is an amazing angler. He seems to be able to fish well. He's been very consistent, and he can do scoping and catch them without the technology. And having Jacob Wheeler on your heels pushing you shows that he was mentally prepared and is one of the guys we should be watching more of. And here we are in our 3rd tournament for the BPT, and Jacob Wheeler again is leading Angler of the Year points. And Jacob is proven to be the best angler on the planet. He catches them everywhere. And he's one of those guys that is in contention to win every week. And while I think that there's been many of the same things that we see every year with Wheeler winning and doing well, my biggest surprise is after the 3rd stage, Dustin Cannell is in 38th place for Angler of the Year points. He's not had a very good season compared to the past couple seasons that he's been out there fishing. And it's a big surprise. But in the top 10 this week, we had Drew Gill. We had Marshall Robinson, who came in 3rd. We had MJD, who had a great tournament, came in 4th. Brent Ayler, one of the guys I think is just amazing, came in 5th. Brian Thrift, Jeff Sprague, Matt Becker, Elton Jones Jr., and Jake Lawrence topped off the top 10. And I think there needs to be a story that we need to put out. Remember, last on stage 2, Jacob Wheeler got the automatic bid to the finals. Jeff Sprague got it again. Jeff Sprague came in 7th in this tournament, and so did Jacob Wheeler. So is there a curse, or having that day off, does it really change the strategy of the anglers, or are they not in tune with what the fishing is after just one day? That's something we need to look at as the year goes on. I don't want to keep stringing along. I know this is what people want. Who's in and who's out. Now remember, I haven't taken away an angler's worst year or worst 2 years. That has not been removed, only because this season could be their worst season. Also, rookie or second year anglers aren't being mentioned in this. They don't have as many points. But some of these guys that are didn't have a good year last year, not having a good year this year, are in trouble. But rookies are not in this grouping either. And lastly, my numbers can be off. I try to go in there and do the best I can, but I got fat fingers. I made some mistakes that I realized in the last video and rectified them and changed them for this one. But here's the guys on the outside looking in that need to have some big tournaments, or else they'll be cut. And remember, it's only 45 anglers that they're going to keep, and they'll have 5 anglers that get the invitation from the invitationals. But here's the guys looking in: Keith Carson, Gary Klein, Shin Fukai, Brandon Coulter, Britt Myers, Marty Robinson, Dean Rojas, Dave Lefebvre, Fred Rubanis, Skeet Reese, Bradley Roy, Josh Bertrand, Keith Pouchet, Brent Chapman, Dylan Hayes, Terry Scroggins, James Elam, David Dudley, and Gerald Foyer are really, really on the bubble. They're in that mix. But those anglers really need to do their best, get as many points as possible, so that this year isn't their worst year, and that this year's points make up for a year that they can remove. Are one of your guys in that list? What do you think? Are you happy with what Major League Fishing and the Bass Pro Tour has done this year, especially through 3 stages? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Thanks to all the new subscribers and all the new members and all the people who are interactive on this channel. You guys are you're crushing it. And I so appreciate you guys. So thank you. But if you're not a subscriber, you should be. So click that button and welcome to the team. Remember, Friday nights, we're live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll talk fishing. So if you're free, come on over. Check out the channel, check out the show, have some fun, and meet some new people. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.